Hey everyone, so I know these videos are hard for me to keep up with right now in this severe struggle, but I've been trying to keep up with them to release some inner thoughts. So today I'm glad that some of the stress can be decreased because we found housing, but also just the financial part needs to get a little stabler. But I know the direction that I'm going is the correct direction, guided by God, of course. Guided by God, but my decisions, like my choices of good and my choices of not letting other people get in my head and make my choices or create my choices for me, is going in a positive direction, I believe. And I was thinking about how manifesting is really working this year, or going in a positive direction and believing is working this year, and it doesn't feel right now like it's working or it's going in a positive direction, because taking it one day at a time and having to wait for other things to change, because not everything's going to change in a day, is really still getting to me. But I think that now I know, okay, got the housing down, gonna get the financial stability next. And like I said, I'm applying for SSDI for right now, but also I'm gonna try to be a dog walker or pet sitter. And I'm gonna try to keep it in my head that it may go wrong, it may not be for me, but it may be for me. Cognitive behavioral therapy is basically the therapy that I need to get the way out and of the mental disorder. And it's basically, whoever hasn't heard of cognitive behavioral therapy, it's challenging the negative thoughts. And that's what I struggle with on a day-to-day basis, is negative thoughts. But we have to challenge them to make them better. So yes, maybe I'm taking a risk with the pet sitting, and maybe it won't work. Maybe, and the thoughts are basically people will say I don't have the skills, or I don't have the ability or the knowledge to do it, but maybe I will. And that's what cognitive behavioral therapy is challenging those negative thoughts that people may have buried in my head, and challenging them with a good thought, maybe you really will be a lot more successful at it than you think. You never know until you try. And I know it's hard to sit there with the negative thoughts and think, but you may end up making a good amount of money, making a stable amount of money to still support yourself in a stable way. So that's basically what cognitive behavioral therapy is. Challenging the negative thoughts, get the negative thoughts out of your head, and start working on the positive thoughts, start working in the positive direction. I think, like I said, for me, patience is the worst quality that I have. Oh my god, the freaking, yeah, I'm gonna take those off for now, because the porch is not showing my eyes, because the outside is out there. So yeah, and like I said, patience is the worst for me. And I expect everything to happen in a day, I get that, and that's not a good thing. And everything takes time, and I'm just gonna have to learn that. And I've been looking up activities and things and skills I could build to kind of distract myself, or learn better patience. And I'm a girly girl, so and I really want to get back on track with trying to like do makeup and, you know, learn hairstyles, and that they say is a really good patience builder, because you really need to sit there, and when you're doing your hair and you need to sit there, and if you're doing hairstyles, it takes a lot of focus and takes time. And the same with makeup, you know, learning how to put it on and things like that. Other than that, like puzzles I've done before, things like that. I need to learn patience and building skills, I guess. Sorry, I'm stiff in the neck. But just things like that. And so yeah, I think that I wasn't expecting it to go in a positive direction so fast, but it's one thing, the housing, like one thing that is going right, and I can handle that for one day. Like, I can handle that as a hope uplifter, you know. Next step is going to be the financial stability, and I'm going to work on that. And I'm also going to work on the thoughts to know, yes, it might go in a negative direction. It might not work again, because I know that Walmart didn't work when I worked there. But I think like pet sitting and dog walking will be a lot different than the expectations at Walmart, you know. Pets are obviously a big responsibility as well, taking care of other people's pets, but I think it's gonna be a lot different. And like I said, like, it's only a short-term goal. It's only like a year or two goal to do something like this. And I wanted to go back to school, but I'm not sure exactly when that will happen. And I don't know if I've mentioned this in past video, because I can't remember anything. But yeah, my friend was like, Jordan, you really just need to slow the fuck down. Like, you just need to slow down. And I said that too. Like I said, I think I'm just so, like, going so fast for expectations in myself that I keep crashing, and I'm gonna keep crashing if I keep doing that, because I'm not going slow. Like, and I'm not saying going super slow, but like at a pace that's acceptable for my mind and body. And that's really gonna fuck me up if I keep doing that, because it's obviously caused more damage that I have to fix. And yeah, so I'm gonna give up the school idea for right now, and I'm gonna work on that slow financial stability, maybe pay off some debts that I already owe to the school, and because I still have that in the back of my mind. And then hopefully, like, my goal is to just enjoy the rest of the year as much as I can, go places like the beach, or you can't really go to the beach in the winter because it'd be freezing, but or fall even. We're really stepping into the fall season right now, going into September. So think of some fall activities, going maybe to the mountains or something. The leaves are changing and they're very pretty to sightsee. So yeah, I don't think I've ever went sightseeing for leaves either. Not that I can recall. So that'd be a good thing. And I'm gonna look up like maybe like bucket list things or bucket list ideas or things to do in the fall and places to go. I live up north, so, and like I live up north in the parts where there's really like limited amount of stuff to do. There is stuff to do because we have the mountains and we have like a couple more things, but it's not really like I would think New York is up north and they have a lot of stuff down there. The reason why I say down there is because I'm more up north than New York. Or Massachusetts has a lot of things and they're down there still. But yeah, I just gotta think. I gotta think, what is positivity? What is gonna change this mindset I have of that I'm slowly dying, that I'm gonna die tomorrow, like that. And like I said before, like the patience is because of that. It's because like I've had trauma with dying almost a couple times, and you tend to like, I think, rush your life when you know how short life can be, you know? You want to do all these things in a certain amount of time, and the truth is, like, I don't know, you're crashing because you're not paying attention, you're not thinking straight anymore. You're allowing trauma to take over your life, basically. And that's what I've done, and that's what I want to change. And also just people have, like, I don't want to say traumatized me, because you have the power to let them traumatize you or not, but I think I let people live I think I lived my life based on people's judgment of me. Yeah, I was gonna say people's expectations, but I didn't know if that was the right correction of word. People's thoughts and people's ideas and people's judgment of me. That's the way I've lived my life, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like it at all, because that's not what life's about. Not living for other people, living for yourself and your own ideas and your own wishes, you know? So I'm hoping that I really get out of that prison that I'm in. Love you guys.